Secrets for a spotless kitchen your mom doesn't even know. Evenly sprinkle baking soda over your stovetop, scrub with half a lemon, and wipe with a damp cloth. Stains will disappear, leaving your stove looking brand new. Never use a toothbrush to clean your fridge gasket. It can cause damage. Instead, mix half a cup of water with 2 tablespoons of baking soda and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Spray the gasket, wait 2 minutes, then wipe with a soft cloth. This method removes dirt, whitens, and eliminates mold, keeping your fridge fresh and clean. Burnt pot? No scrubbing needed. Blend a lemon, strain the juice, and mix with 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Apply to the burnt area. Let it sit for 30 minutes. Then wipe with a sponge. To clean pot lids, apply toothpaste inside and out. These spots collect the most grime. Fill a large pan with water, add 2 teaspoons of baking soda, heat slowly, and submerge the lid. After 10 minutes, wipe it clean with a sponge. For a greasy oven rack, place it in a garbage bag and soak it with a special solution. Dissolve a dishwasher tablet in hot water. Add 3 tablespoons of baking soda and let it cool. Pour the solution into the bag, seal it tightly, and leave it for an hour. Rinse the rack, and any remaining grime will wipe away effortlessly. A clever trick for cleaning a burnt induction cooktop. No scrubbing or scratches. This method takes just a few minutes and helps keep your induction cooktop spotless, preventing tough stains and white marks from building up. Here's how to do it. Pour a small amount of dish soap into a bowl and mix it with water. Take a dry cloth and dampen it with the soapy water. Evenly sprinkle baking soda over the surface of the cooktop. Baking soda helps to remove stubborn stains. Place the damp cloth over the dirty areas and leave it there for about 10 minutes. This allows the baking soda to penetrate and lift the grime. The dish soap enhances this effect. Afterward, thoroughly wipe down the induction cooktop. This step is crucial to avoid residue buildup. Just a few minutes of daily care can prevent permanent stains from forming.
Make 3 small balls out of aluminum foil and place them in a pan. This trick was taught to me by a professional chef. It definitely makes cooking easier. Take 3 aluminum foil balls about the size of a walnut. Arrange them next to each other in the pan. Then, place a small plate and the dish you want to cook on top of them. Pour a little water into the pan. It should not touch the bottom of the plate. Turn on the heat and cover the pan with a lid. This simple way, you can quickly steam fish or vegetables. This trick makes it much easier and faster.
Drop some toothpaste into boiling water. You can make the best homemade silverware polish right in your kitchen. Pour about a quart of water into a pot. Add a tablespoon of baking soda, then a tablespoon of sugar. Once the water starts boiling, add a tablespoon of toothpaste and stir well. Place your dull silverware into the mixture and let it boil for about 10 minutes. Take it out, wipe it with a cloth, and you'll see the shine instantly. Your silverware will look brand new, and you'll save money on expensive polishers. Try it today and enjoy sparkling results. Take 3 tablespoons and place them in a pan. You won't believe how useful and healthy this kitchen trick is. Take 3 large spoons from the drawer and arrange them in the pan in a star shape so they cross in the middle with the curved side facing up. They'll serve as a support for a plate. Place the plate on top, making sure it's stable and well balanced. The plate should be smaller than the pan. Then pour in some water, making sure the level doesn't reach the edge of the plate. This allows the water to evaporate under the plate while cooking. Season your fish, like salmon, with salt and pepper, and place it on the plate. Cover the pan with a lid and turn on the heat. This method works perfectly for cooking fish or vegetables. The steam gently cooks the fish, keeping its natural juices and enhancing the flavor. Steaming fish this way is not only delicious but also very healthy. The gentle cooking process locks in nutrients and moisture, giving you a tender, juicy meal full of flavor. Place a colander on the pan. When you find out why, you'll immediately love this idea. It helps, and it really works. Almost everyone has a metal colander in the kitchen, also known as a strainer. A colander is a kind of larger sieve. It can be in the form of a pot. However, A colander with handles is more commonly used. You use it to drain dishes, such as pasta. It's also used for washing fruits and vegetables, especially the smaller ones. Few people use it for frying. And it's precisely because of it that frying is much better. I can't imagine a kitchen without this utensil, especially when I want to fry previously frozen products. For example, frozen fish. There are several methods recommended by chefs for this. The first method is to wipe the pan with vinegar before frying. Pour a little vinegar into the pan and wipe it with a paper towel. Then pour in and heat the fat. The second method is to add a pinch of salt to the fat while frying. Another trick is to fry the dish, whether it's meat or fish, with slices of raw potato. And if you forget to rub the pan with vinegar, don't have potatoes, and forget about salt, then use a colander. Why all this? These are ways to prevent fat from splattering during frying. If there's even a bit of water left in the fish, the fat will splatter all over. Instead of a lid, use a colander. The steam will escape freely, the dish will continue to fry, and your kitchen will remain clean. Since I started cleaning my sink this way, I haven't spent any money on chemical cleaners. I forgot what stains and lime buildup even are. Grab a medium-sized bowl and add 3 tablespoons of baking soda. It works as a gentle abrasive and breaks down lime deposits. Then pour in about 2 ounces of any dish soap. This helps break down grease and cuts through grime. Mix everything well. If the mixture is too runny, add more baking soda and mix again until you get a paste. Use a brush to apply the paste all over the sink, reaching every spot where lime and buildup hide. Then scrub everything with a sponge. Don't forget the drain and faucets. They collect a lot of dirt. Rinse thoroughly with warm water, then dry with a microfiber cloth. Your sink will shine like new. It looks just like it was professionally cleaned. You absolutely have to try this. Under no circumstances should you pour oil down the sink. Let me show you why this disposal method is so bad and what you should actually do with used oil. The problem is that used grease soon starts to solidify and change its consistency. Once it settles in the pipes, it can form a clog that, with regular additions of more oil, will eventually block the entire drain. It's also worth noting that oil contains food particles, which can make the problem even worse. In such cases, regular store-bought drain cleaners might not be enough, and you may need professional help. So, what should you do instead? First, take a piece of aluminum foil and tear off a small section. Place it in the sink, shaping it around the drain to create a protective barrier. Now you can safely pour the leftover oil onto the foil, where it will be contained. Once you're done, carefully wrap the foil with the oil inside and throw it in the trash. This simple trick prevents pipe damage and helps keep your kitchen clean and safe. So if you've been in the habit of pouring used cooking oil down the drain, change that now before it leads to a household disaster.